Have you always wanted to own your own business by becoming a licensed cosmetologist? If so, now is the time to enroll at Unlimited Cosmetology School, LLC, located at 102 Broad Street in Hattiesburg. That's right, learn how to become a professional cosmetologist by acquiring 1,500 clock hours in 12 or 16 months. Now is the time for open enrollment. If you're interested, contact Lisa Daniels by calling 601-336-7256 or 601-408-2650.
Do you suffer from stabbing pain, numbness, or tingling in your arms, hands, legs, or feet? Are you currently taking Lyrica, Neurontin, or Cymbalta? If so, call the Water Store and Rejuvenation Center and find out how Beamer can help you find relief. Beamer Vascular Therapy focuses on increasing blood flow naturally instead of masking your pain with addictive medications. Call the Water Store and Rejuvenation Center today and schedule your 8-minute session. You don't have to suffer any longer. We care.
Willie Sims CPA is a full-service firm offering small business accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, tax preparation, and more. Our dependable and experienced staff has developed a reputation for professional excellence. Service at its best, service you can depend on.
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so happy that you're watching Lifting You Higher TV Ministries, and I'm so excited about what God did on October 5th when we aired and we showed and we fellowshipped with our friends, with our viewers, with people in ministry through having a program for our 25th year. Number of years that we've been on TV. To me, that's a long time, because it was only because of the grace of God that we were able to do that. Some people started, some stopped. I wanted to stop. I had an opportunity to stop. The enemy wanted me to stop, but I chose to keep going and doing the work that God has called me to do. And if you're watching this program today and God has called you to do something, I challenge you, don't you give up, because God has equipped you to do what he's called you to do. Because if he can call me to do TV, and I had no experience in TV, I had no money, I didn't know people in high places, but I knew the man who was in the highest place, and that was Jesus Christ. He called me, he equipped me, he gave me the resources, he gave me the energy, he gave me the knowledge, the wisdom, everything I needed to be able to do what I'm still doing. That was 25 years, but we'll believe in God for 25 more years. And so when you watch that program, if you watched it last Sunday, you got a chance to see part of the message that was delivered by Pastor Jennifer Beard from the Jackson Revival Center Church. She was dynamic. She told about how if God had put you in a position, he put you there for a reason, because there was purpose in him putting you there. Esther was at the place that she was at for such a time as that, because God wanted to use Esther. He gave her the beauty. He gave her the charisma. He gave her everything she needed to be a deliverer for the people that were needing her, to be able to help them to not be annihilated and wiped out. Now, if God could use an offering girl, I mean, she didn't have parents. She was just somebody out there that God saw and say, I want to choose you. I want you to be on the throne with the king for such a time as this, so that you can make a difference in the lives of the people. So, and I'm not going to preach a message, because Pastor Jennifer is doing a good job with that. And we're going to let you continue to listen to her as she talks about Esther and how God puts you at a place at a certain time to do a certain job to bless a certain group of people. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
bless all of you who are here on this afternoon. Protocol has been established in this house, but I just like to honor God the Father for myself. Amen.
Amen.
I thank Him for this awesome opportunity. I'm grateful and I'm humbled that I was asked to give a few congratulatory remarks. I said a few. And I always want to call her pastor. I have to watch myself. But she is a pastor. She's a pastor among those that she pastors daily. And so at this time, the man of this house, and I say the pastor of this house also, and all of you who are here, and whatever your calling is, just we want to bless the Lord today for this woman being in our midst. Amen.
Right.
And you are worthy of these congratulatory remarks. First of all, because you honor him. I've known him for some time, and I don't want to congratulate you. I'm going to get through with this. I want to congratulate you on the Spirit of God that is in you to love people. In spite of what you know you've heard, in spite of what's been said, to go on. I want to congratulate you on the faith to be able to stand when the finances are near zero and say, I know God gonna pay this bill this month. I want to congratulate you on not shutting down what God gave you to do, regardless of how it felt, even when it took personal money. I want to congratulate you to stand and believe with people as you prayed for them, you see them healed, and they never said, oh, here's $1, here's $10, here's $15, because I remember when you prayed for me, Pastor, you know what we're talking about? Okay, but I want to congratulate you on that spirit to love and keep doing that, because that's what's lifting him higher. It's all about. Amen. I want to congratulate you on your faith walk in him. It does not matter what it looked like when you went to bed that night. Somewhere between midnight and 5:30 in the morning, you were going to get the victory. And I congratulate you on that faith walk in him, because it is what has given you 25 years. And I want to congratulate you on the fact, and I said fact, that you don't look like what you've been through. Now, you don't quite look 25. I got to tell the truth in the house of God. But you don't look like, I ain't going to take my compliment back. You don't look like what you've been through. I want to congratulate you and your husband, Mr. Gary, for always opening your home to people. I stuck my feet under their table and ate a mini freshwater fish. Oh, they were so good. And he said, if you want it, I'll keep them coming. I said, I want them. I want to congratulate you on your stand together, believing God that you're doing what he's giving you to do. Knowing that the enemy is going to come and whisper, and you still got to stand boldly. Believe it. I want to congratulate you on the fact that you stood knowing that the race is not given to the swift, nor is the battle given to the strong, but it's given to him that endures to the end. I want to congratulate you on your faithfulness in God. You and your husband. I want to, because it's him that does it in your faith. I want to congratulate you and your husband, Mr. Gary, on taking up your cross and following Jesus. I congratulate you on the boldness you have. Y'all know how can I pray for you anywhere? I want to congratulate you on it. God bless y'all.
Minister Hopkins is available for speaking engagements, revivals, and other church events. Email hannahhopkins@aol.com or call 1-800-305-1928. You can also become a partner or sponsor of the show. Make your donations at hannahhopkins@aol.com or send in your donation to P.O. Box 17405, Hattiesburg, Mississippi 39404.
It's a courageous act to speak truth to power. In our text, Esther begins to show us that in order for real change to take place, you got to confront power, and you got to point power to where the real power is. We see it not only with circumstances, that the enemy, listen to this, is intimidated by the assignment God has placed on your life. I told you a while ago, God has a plan, but the enemy is intimidated by that plan. And as believers, there's no such thing as happenstance. There's no such thing as coincidence, that God's timing is providential. Esther's divine moment of providence came when she accepted her responsibility to go to the king. Now you got to understand, Mordecai was clear when he told Esther that she could be the one to save her people. Now see, God will use you only if you are ready. If you're not ready, God always has somebody else. In one of the most poetic biblical passages, Mordecai speaks of God's purposeful timing. He said, who knows but that you have been placed in this royal position for such a time as this? My question to you tonight is, will you come when he calls? Oh, will you come when he calls for you? Because God put her in a situation to see, will you show up? I want to ask somebody tonight, can God trust you to keep showing up? Can God trust you to push your way? Can God trust you when your money gets funny? Will you pay your tithe anyway? When other folks start acting up, will you keep showing up? Oh yeah, I want to know that we all have moments that we've got to activate courage on the inside, that we got to get up. We got to be able to dust ourselves off, square our shoulders, and say, devil, it's going to take more than that. That you didn't take me out when I was in the world. You sure not going to take me out now that I'm in the kingdom of God. I went hard then, and I'm going harder now. Mordecai let Esther know that everything about her life, every encounter, every test, every trial was preparation for this moment. That everything that had happened before was leading up to what God wanted to do right now. That everything was preparation for this moment, and that God had so orchestrated things to bring her into the specificity of this particular time, that even her outer beauty, that nothing would go to waste. The problem was that Esther understood going into the king unsolicited could be a death sentence. That anybody who came into the king's presence without being summoned could be executed. This brings me to my next point, that you have to be committed beyond consequence. Oh, I know that ain't gonna make you run around the church. I know that that's not gonna make you shout, but you gotta be able to stand with courage, knowing that peril is a part of the process. You gotta understand something. Everybody wants power. Everybody wants position, but nobody wants process. Anything worth having is worth enduring a process. That you can't have wine without the crushing of the grape. You can't have oil without the bruising of the olive. That everything requires process. Trials are going to come. That's part of the process. Persecution is going to come. That's part of the process. But how you respond is part of your witness. Esther said, all right, I've thought about it, and I'm going to the king. If I perish, I perish. See, you're not really committed until you've committed, no matter what the consequence might be. That you're not really committed till you know what it is to stand in a situation that's life or death. And you don't know what it is to be in a situation that you're committed, no matter what the consequence. What about when you're in a situation where not being committed would eliminate consequence? Will you still be faithful? Well, Esther was willing to die to save her people. You got to be able to stand in courage even when it's not popular to do so. You got to be willing to risk it all. And so through oral tradition and through history Esther knew what God was able to do. You got to understand that Esther was of Jewish ancestry, and the Jews believed in a God who would show up. That wherever they made a place for him to dwell, that God would show up right there. So what did she do? She called for the Jewish people to join her on a 3-day fast. Now, obviously, if they were fasting, they were also praying. Because if you're fasting and not praying, you on a diet. Which brings me to my next point. Fasting and prayer fortifies our resolve. It strengthens our faith. It brings clarity and hope for our deliverance. That you can't talk about it and not be about it. That you got to understand faith without works is dead. It is your faith that puts you in partnership with God. That you can't do what God can do. And God won't do what you should do. That faith is not really faith till it calls you to stand when you got to stand by yourself. Faith is not faith till it makes you do something, where it makes you pursue something, where it makes you go after something. Ask your neighbor, do you still have faith? Now, you can't preach this book without talking truth. God is not mentioned in the book of Esther even one time. But Esther was clear in this particular situation that she had to have a heavenly response for her earthly situation. That Esther understood we do not fight our battles from down here. We fight our battles from up here. We're not dealing with it from here up. We're dealing with it from up down. That Esther was in a situation she needed God to show up. We are in situations where we need God's grace. Fasting and prayer opens up the portals for spiritual growth. And when you fast and when you pray, it removes distractions and it places you on a path to humility. God had a track record with the Jews. Esther was a Jew. She had seen God work. She had seen his hand, and knowing the character of God gave her the confidence that she needed to put her trust in him. See, there's something about knowing the greatness of his power. There's something about knowing just who he is, that you can come to him with a boldness. You can come to him with a confidence, knowing that whatever you need, God is able. I need you just to look at somebody and say, my God is able. I just wonder if there's anybody here tonight on a Friday night who can say, I've seen him work. I just wonder if there's anybody who can testify to the faithfulness of God. That there's anybody who can say, if you can have it, God can heal it. If you can break it, God can fix it. If it can hurt, he can make it better. Oh, come on, somebody say he's able. Maybe there's somebody in here tonight and you don't have a personal experience with him. Well, how do you know that he's able, Pastor? All you got to do is take a walk through biblical antiquity. Abraham and Sarah could tell you there's nothing that is too hard for God. The widow woman could tell you that when I was down to my last, God was just getting started. David could tell you, I once was old, I once was young, but now I'm old, and I've never seen his seed forsaken. I've never seen his seed begging for bread. The woman with the issue of blood could tell you one touch can make you whole. Blind Bartimaeus could tell you, I once was blind, but now I see. You can ask the multitude, they'll tell you he don't need nothing but 2 fish and 5 loaves that he can multiply it. You can ask your neighbor, go somebody to your left, somebody to your right can tell you he's a healer, he's a deliverer, he's a provider, he's a way maker, he's a miracle worker, he's a light in the darkness, he's a shepherd and bishop of my soul. Following the fast, Esther put on her royal robes. She approached the king. She began to tell him of Haman's plot against her people. See, let me tell you, one act of obedience can initiate miracle after miracle after miracle. That Esther's obedience saved her people from genocide. And the reality was that Esther did not know what was going to happen when she approached the king. But she acted in obedience. See, you gotta be willing to act, knowing that everything may not go your way. I'm sure in the course of 25 years, you've had some days, you've had some nights, you've had some weekends where everything didn't go your way, but you kept showing up anyway. See, we gotta understand that just because God called you don't mean you've been exempt from process. But watch this right here. God uses everything and everybody for his divine purpose. No part of our lives goes untouched. That God is in charge of every aspect, whether we want him to be or not. There is nothing that is not hidden from him. And so the best thing we can do is to search for and to surrender to his will. And because of Esther's obedience, the Jewish people were saved from persecution and extinction.
Well, I hope that you were blessed again today, because I was blessed. Listen, I was there. I put the program together, but I was so blessed when I saw people coming together, praising God. You see, it was not just a celebration, just to celebrate me. It was to celebrate Jesus and what he did and what he's still doing in the lives of his people. And it's good for people to come together in unity, because he said, there I will command a blessing upon you. We came together on one accord. We came together in the expectation of receiving something. In fact, believe it or not, during that night, one lady got healed during a celebration for my TV ministry. There was a word given, and she received that word. She wrote it on her offering envelope that's what she wanted prayer for. She got up Saturday morning and she was healed as a result of listening to what this word was and accepting it as being, that word is for me. So when you're in the midst of someone who's giving a word, you say, Lord, I receive that. That's for me. And you can have it. And until this time next week, I am Hannah Hopkins with Lifting You Higher TV Ministry, saying, you be blessed.
This is Gerald Strawberry. Congratulations to Hannah Hopkins TV Ministry. God bless you guys. Continue the great work, all for the kingdom of God.